This is Scrubby Creek, and there's a bikeway that runs right alongside of it for 20 kilometers all the way from Logan over to Middle Road at Greenbank. It's called the East-West route, and I'm going to take you there today. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit more local, but one cycleway that I haven't done yet, and it's in Logan City. It's called the East-West route. I'm riding right to the start point as we speak. This should be fun. So right now I'm riding on what's called Logan Road, and this is another cycleway in itself. This is part of what's called Slacks Track, but I'm not going to go into that. We're going to get to the very beginning of the East-West route, which is on Logan Road. East-West route is roughly a 20 kilometer one-way ride, and it goes all the way from Logan Road here at Logan and it finishes at Middle Road just on the backside of Park Ridge. It's going to go through a whole bunch of different parklands and a couple of connecting roads also. We're coming up to the Logan Hospital very soon and up over the railway overpass. And here's the railway overpass coming up. It's a rough, dodgy neighbourhood here. This is the Meadowbrook shopping centre, just opposite the hospital. And we'll get on through to the other side. Meadowbrook Hotel. What the heck? There's stealth camping in the middle of the footpath. Now just over here they are building a brand new bikeway. It's probably 2 months away from being finished. Not long to go now. Here we go, here we go. And so check it out. I might do another little video of when this is completed and what it's going to be like. But here's a bit of a preview, I guess. So just a little bit further up here, we got the East-West route trailhead, I guess. It's where it begins. Nowhere really to park your car. It's just you ride to it or walk to it, whatever you want to do. And it's coming up very, very soon. Right next to the authentic church. And here it is, just up here.
And folks, this is our cycle route today. Let me zoom on in. The blue line indicates the entire route of what is called the East-West cycle route in Logan City. Now, I just want to say that I really think this whole cycleway should have been called the Scrubby Creek Bikeway, because technically it follows the entire length of the Scrubby Creek line in Logan City. Now, Scrubby Creek starts all the way over here, which is over at Greenbank, and it finishes over in Logan Lee. Now my route today, I started at the opposite end on Logan Lee Road. So let's zoom on in to my start point. This is Logan Lee Road. You will see that right next door to a church over here and Queens Road, this cycle route starts. And we're going to follow it all along past these multiple different parklands. It follows across Kingston Road, which is a major arterial road in Logan City. Now we're going to be going through Bega Road, JJ Smith Recreation Corridor, and up this beautiful cycle route over here, right alongside Scrubby Creek that goes next to the Logan motorway. Now these are all really good footpaths to ride, and they are wide enough to accommodate runners, riders, and you'll see you even get sometimes your motorbike, trail bike riders there just as a bonus when you're riding here. You'll end up going past Bayless Park, near the dumping ground, which is all the way over here, so you get the fresh smell of the tip as well, the Browns Plains tip. I love this cycleway, and I think you will too. Ultimately, it finishes all the way over here, right next to the Greenbank Vet, which is on Middle Road. It's a park over here called Bellevue Park. There's toilets here, picnic grounds, and I enjoy my cup of joe right at the end there. But this is where Scrubby Creek commences. Scrubby Creek is a local creek in my stomping grounds, my neck of the woods. I've got a whole video series which I'll sort of plug during this ride of exploring this whole 35-kilometer creek line. It's quite amazing. Anywho, let's jump on the bike and let me show you the east-west route, or as I'll call it, the Scrubby Creek Bikeway.
This is it, the east-west cycle route from Logan Lee Road. So 20-kilometer start from here. Let's start the east-west route, shall we? So I've plotted out this route, transferred it to my Garmin watch. Fantastic. Let's do it. It's a bit rough at the moment while they're doing all these roadworks, but nevertheless, this is it. Now, in case you don't know, this area is my stomping ground. I mean, literally, there is Scrubby Creek that runs along here, and I followed that whole creek and done a video series on it. This is Meadowbrook Road, and Meadowbrook Road is split in half. There's a Scrubby Creek that travels right in across the road there, and on the other side you've got the Bikies, and you've got Meadowbrook Road that continues all the way through to the other side. But this cycleway continues across Meadowbrook Road, and we head on down here following Scrubby Creek, which is literally off to my right. And there she is, the magnificent Scrubby Creek in all its brown, dirty glory. By the way, this is a bikeway that'll take you through to Gould Adams Park, which is over at Kingston area, right beside a sporting ground and swimming area. You'll see a trail down there. There's a walking / bike dirt trail that goes into these woods, and a lot of homeless hobos that are living in tents there. And here we go, the first of what will most likely be many of rubber tyres. And these tyres are generally left as offerings and sacrifices here to this place because these things actually make up Logan City. Rubber tyres everywhere. And here we're coming up to the Kingston overpass. This is a train line overpass. Bit of a favourite spot of mine, just to come and contemplate the deeper meanings of life. If we're lucky, we might have a train go right over our heads. But I'm not feeling lucky. All right, we're coming to the back end of Gould Adams Park, and you'll see a couple of tents already here. This is becoming a bit of a tent city. It's quite a sad state of affairs, just the housing problem that we're all facing here, and people just have to grab a tent and set up wherever they can. Here's a bit of the big one just over here. Quite a nice parkland here. I'll just show you Just a little jetty that comes out here. I'm surprised no one's here at the moment. I mean, today is Labor Day, it's a public holiday. Normally you got people coming out here fishing for carp, fishing for tilapia, I think it is as well. And ain't nobody here today. Okay, from Gould Adams, we're going to continue on across Kingston Road. We're going to go under an overpass and onto Bigger Road. So here's the Kingston Road Bridge. This is where you get to the underpass and across to the other side. This is Scrubby Creek in all its glory. And I tell you what, I've been here when the water has literally just about been lapping up to the underside of the road here. No, actually I should correct myself. In 2022, the flood waters rose above these bridges. I came and filmed it, I did a video on it. Crazy stuff. This is called Bigger Road. This is in the heart of Kingston. The cycleway continues up here. Usually very busy, there's a school at the end. By the way, there's a very secretive quarry right here. Have to go in there and check it out sometime. Unstable ground, keep out. What the? It makes me want to go in there even more. Now, just past the quarry there, a little bit further down here is the Kingston State College. And then we have a Pioneers Cemetery just over here. So these are images of Charles and Harriet Kingston on their golden wedding anniversary at Kingston House. You can see how happy they were, right? It was a great marriage. And then we have the Mays family over here. There is something called the Mays Cottage, which is in Kingston. You pay a little donation to go in, and it's a bit of a heritage listed building there, but it belonged to this happy smiling family as well. And this sign is right in front of the cemetery. There are rumours that if you come here on Friday nights, just before midnight, that sometimes you see apparitions of the Kingston and the Mays family appear. It's true. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I quite enjoy visiting cemeteries. Not only because people are just dying to get in there, but I find them fascinating, you know. The cemeteries speak a lot about the history of a place, especially older historical ones, the founding pioneers. And you have a look at them, you have a look at their beliefs, you have a look at their ages and who's buried there. I find that fascinating and gives me a little bit of insight into an area and its history. Right, so we'll leave the Kingston Pioneer Cemetery and the bikeway continues on. We come to the end of Bigger Road, which is a big, I guess, hoon circle here. And there's a couple of ways to get down. Basically, it goes down to the left. Groves Christian College is just over here. We might go down here. Haven't been down here for ages. And you can go down, I don't know, there's a concrete footpath or that dirt section off to the left. I'll just go down via the fun route. Okay, we'll try it. Oh, look. Haven't seen this before. Okay, very good. Okay, cut right through. There we go. Now, there's multiple ways to go here. This is a sign here, says east-west cycle route. We can go straight. We can go off to the left here. Can you hear that? Someone's blaring music at the Kingston State College there. Anyways, let's get out of here. up behind the school here, there is an underpass. Unfortunately, a very tragic incident happened here probably about 4 years ago, and they have since installed like safety cameras. A poor young student of the school here was walking through this tunnelway here, and there was a male who had used a little Stanley knife to cut her up really bad. Quite tragic and terrible.
This horrific attack happened just before 8 o'clock this morning. The 12-year-old girl was on her way to school. She was passing through a pedestrian tunnel in Kingston. A stranger armed with a pair of box cutters, he's then slashed her in the face at least 20 times, but this brave little girl has managed to fight back before running to safety.
Haven't heard of another incident like that occur since. However, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. So really nice parklands here. You can lounge around like a lounge lizard. Oh, there's a murder going on. A murder of crows. They're gathered right up on the beach here. You probably can't see it on the GoPro, but yeah. Multiple ways you can go here. We're going to take the right-hand branch here. Scrubby Creek goes off to the left, and on the left of the creek is another cycleway. You can pick and choose. But ultimately where we are going is we are heading towards the Berrinba Parklands, and this is just a fantastic cycleway runway. It goes for about 2 kilometres, I think, and it goes right up beside the Logan motorway just off to my right here. Today I've opted to dust off the cobwebs off my Ebe and just make sure that she's still in working order. An Ebe is a great bike to ride. Unfortunately, you do get a bit of range anxiety, especially when you start to clock up about 60 kilometres and you just don't know how much more you can actually ride. I'm going to show you a secret little spot here, by the way. See if it's still here. Oh, it's been a while. It's a secret little beach. I call it the hidden beach. Here we go, here we go. So Scrubby Creek here, it really is filled with shopping trolleys. In fact, there's a handy shopping trolley right here that's made a nice stand for my bike so I can get the shot. Yeah, so what do you reckon about this little hidden location? Pretty cool, eh? I can see other people come here to enjoy it. Thankfully, no nudists today. But yeah, this is Scrubby Creek. In case if you weren't aware, I've done a whole video series where I followed Scrubby Creek right from the very source, which is where the end of this cycleway actually is. And you'll see that, but that's the source on Middle Road next to the Greenbank vet practice. And it goes all the way over to Logan Lee, and it merges into Slacks Creek and then ultimately into Logan River and ultimately into the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, I'll put a link up if you're interested in seeing my exploration of the entire 35-kilometre Scrubby Creek line. Otherwise, this is just a little glimpse of what you've missed out on. Quite beautiful. So let's continue on our way. It's a really beautiful part of the creek line to ride here, whether you're on this side or on the other side. And at various points there's tunnelways that go through to the very high class suburb of Kingston on the other side of the motorway. Another one of many tunnelways. Tunnels of love. We now come to 3rd Avenue. Here we go. We're going to hang a left. And we're coming up into Marsden. Just straight up ahead. Up at the roundabout we'll hang a right, which brings us up to Demayo Road, and that will take us to Berrinba Wetlands. And just up ahead here, I'll just show you one more awesome little spot. And there it is. This little section of scrubby, following it right there. I tell you, I went through some serious overgrowth all through scrub there. And there's some Asian farmers on the other side. They got some dodgy, I don't know, water pump set up into the creek. Don't know if they're feeding things in or just taking the water out, but it was funky to see. Anyway, that's all in my scrubby series. Just wanted to show you this because it actually is still a pristine, beautiful creekway, as you can see right there. Walked across that log there, and it was just magnificent, to be honest. And there's a whole drainway that goes from here, and it goes all the way to Demayo Park into the Berrinba Wetlands on the other side. That's another funky section to explore. But we're not here to explore creekways today, we're here to explore concrete, aren't we? All right, let's keep going and exploring and having fun. Demayo Park. Over at these wetlands, Berrinba, there's a lot of these lagoons, just like this one. And you can find all sorts of treasures, just like this one. All right. Here we are at one of the rear entry points to Berrinba Wetlands. The cycleway continues on, straight ahead. So Berrinba Wetlands, a very popular spot to come walking, riding, running. This is where they do a park run as well, which is quite a good one of my favourite ones. These wetlands are here. Originally they were dug out as in the 60s, sand dredging was taking place here. And so they had all these pits and they filled them up with water, turned it into this really beautiful wetland ecosystem. We'll start to get out of here so we can get onto the main road, which will be down here, and take us back to the east-west route, which will now start to run along Browns Plains Road. So there's so much more to explore in the wetlands, but we're just getting out. This is Wayne Goss Drive, and go to Browns Plains Road, which is a very busy road. Otherwise, as you can see, fantastic bikeway, nice and wide, and just really, really great to ride right here in Logan City. All right, the bikeway continues up on the other side there. The challenge is just to make it across. It's not busy here, so I'll just get on across here. Otherwise, normally it's very, very busy, and you would get on the cross up at Magnesium Drive, which is back up behind me. But here we go. This is back on the east-west route. Up on my left-hand side, there is a rubbish dump. It's the Browns Plains tip. Here we got the Logan Metro Sports Centre. We're crossing over Scrubby Creek one more time. That's it. There's a great tunnel system underneath here. But just up ahead, we are now going to take a left-hand bend. And this is where the east-west route continues, off the main road, back into bushland, scrubland. And here's a bit of a sign right here, east-west cycle route. All right, that's enough shenanigans. Let's get out of Browns Plains, or as it's affectionately known, brown stains. So here we go. Let's just have a look at some of my stats. The time is 10:37. I'm fluffing around a lot videoing. So I've ridden roughly around 10 kilometers and loving it. The sign says unstable bank, keep away. Once again, just makes me want to go. Oh yeah, hey, this is a really unstable sandy bank. But check it out, someone's actually taken the chair there, and what a spot that would be. Shoo! We are on Berkeley Drive, going past the Girl Guides, going past the Grosvenor Park. Oh, there's a tractor. Labor Day, public holiday. I'm loving how it's just so empty. Some of the other bikeways I was cycling on Anzac Day, crazy busy on a public holiday. Here, Logan City. Who wants to come to Logan City, right? Just listening to the beautiful song of the crows. Just really serene here today. I am loving this. Coming on the backside of, I think it's Browns Plains High School. These are just their fields. But we're coming up into Heritage Park. This part of Scrubby Creek, when I walked it, this is a really pleasant side to explore. Just something about it. I came across so many, I don't know, beautiful little features just there until I hit the tip. And then it stunk the whole place and the video out. Under this bridgeway, it's pretty cool. That's called Waller Road, by the way. And I haven't pointed it out, but at so many parts along this cycle route, you'll see this sign. And you know what that is, right? What the heck? Straight up ahead is a BMX park and a skate park. We're going to make a left-hand turn here. This is called Veronia Wetlands. Nice long metal bridge. Hey, just a heads up. This house right up on the corner, I used to own that. Right there as a rental. And I had nothing but problem tenants. Ranging from, I don't know, druggies to another guy that ended up going to jail for extortion, to having police raids done on people that were living there. Just crazy. Anyways, bad memories about that rental house. It was the worst. Yeah, Browns Plains, yeah. All right, there's a tunnel just over here that I want to go under. Check it out. Yeah. So as you can see, we're now kind of going in between the creek and the back of residential houses. Just a pristine part of the cycleway also. Just really something pleasant about it. Something Logan City pleasant. Oh, that's nice. Love that. I could swim in that. Over this creekway. Oh, nice. Look at this. Very nice. I don't even know what road that was. I think the part from, I don't know, Heritage Park, Browns Plains Road, this probably has to be the best part of the whole cycleway. You're just riding along these kinds of areas and footpaths. It's just really pleasant. The pathway is good, as you can see. You go underneath a couple of tunnels here and there, You go through some wetlands, some scrubland, but it's all very rideable like this. All right, we've now come to Green Road. So, we've got to be on the road a bit, we've got to cross over. And this will do me. Straight on up ahead is the Lindesay Highway. Now the idea is for us to get underneath the Lindesay Highway. The way that I did it last time when I was on foot, I went through some drains. They're not really walkable, I kind of had to go through mud. So I'm keen to sort of see where my route is leading me. Ah, here we go. I haven't seen this before. Hey, this is pretty cool. I went underneath the drains, I don't know why, last time. But this is nice. It's a match made in heaven. Anyways, see you later, buddy. Let's go. And the cycleway continues. Hey, that tunnel was pretty cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Better than going through these drainways. All right, we're going over a bridge and then heading back into the nether regions. Just a really bushy part here. Just riding through, you know, all these gum trees, eucalyptus trees, amongst all the spider webs. It's great, mate. This is going to slow me down. Actually, no, it won't. It's not that bad. Some of those barriers you really need to get off your bike, but that one wasn't too bad at all. Looks like they're building a brand new parkland here. Now this is great. Wonder what they will call this park. This park is so new that even the picnic benches and seats are all wrapped up right there. Don't stop me now. All right, slow down. Yes, I did slow down. All right, buddy. And I believe we are coming to Crest Road. Yep. What the heck? Why is it so busy? It's a public holiday, mate. Okay, here we go. And the east-west continues. Realistically, we haven't really got that much further to go, and then we'll be at our end point. Looking forward to actually having some breakfast, having a cup of coffee. I'm keen to show you my new little setup, something different than last time. Just coming through on your right. That's all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. It's good to see people going on bike rides, as in a family. This is just brilliant, isn't it? Like a really, really nice cycleway. Almost coming to the finish point. Hey, give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this ride. I'll just give the channel a bit of a plug. Lately I've been doing a lot of biking videos around Brisbane mainly, but also showcasing a couple of things over in Logan City too, where I live. I really appreciate you watching the video, and leave me a comment. Give me an idea where you think I should try riding next. Check out the other biking videos. They may give you some inspiration of where else you can take your two-wheeler and explore around your neck of the woods or these parts that I'm riding. Here we got Hilton Road coming up. I think this might be our last road and then we are at our destination. It's really quiet, these back streets. Here we go, here's the park. We're actually going to go to the parkland over there soon and have our brekkie and cup of coffee. But I just want to show you sort of where this cycleway literally starts and ends. And it's right over here. This is it. Right next to the Greenbank Veterinary Hospital. And this is where the east-west cycleway begins. This has been a cool, let's see the distance, 22.43 kilometers according to my reading. And just in case if you're wondering, Middle Road, the vet, and the very start of Scrubby Creek. Check it out, peeps, in all its glory. It flows down here and it goes underneath this footpath through these two little pipes, and that's it there. The very start and source of Scrubby Creek. Isn't it magnificent? And these parklands are called Bellevue Park. Here's the perfect spot for my cup of joe. All right, let me show you what's in my stash today. Cup of Mr. Robert Tim's. I've got my special little Logan ciggy stash. It looks pretty bad, doesn't it? It looks like, I don't know what it looks like. Got some breakfast. I've got a new little stove cooker, my cup, my gas, a little wash scrubber, and I've got my titanium spoon, all from AliExpress. This is my new cheap little $15 stove. It's actually quite brilliant. I'm really impressed. Bang for buck, it's great. And I just want to show you something else. I'll show you this in a second. With this stove, it has what's called a Triflex support. You just simply put it on like this. And now you can fit on here, you know, whatever you want to cook. In my instance, it's going to be my pot. It goes on. There we go, a little bit of gas escapes. It does not have a starter. However, it's got a wider head. That's the same as the Soto Windmaster, which if you know anything about stoves, that's the best of the best, the creme de la creme. This one has a similar size head. Maybe you recall my previous cheap stove in my last video. The head is smaller. This burns better. It just simply burns better. But to start it, you need a lighter, or I've got this. I'm going to review this in another video, but this is a brilliant little man tool. It's got all sorts of stuff on it, screwdriver, flat head, it's got a rope cutter, it's got bottle opener, can opener, it's got lanyard holes, and it's got hexagonal bolt turning things. But one thing that it's got that none of the other toys have is, see that? It's got a starter. And so effectively, you have this, and I'll keep this always with me, turn it on. And there you go, I got fire. How brilliant is that? Now I'm going to commit the unpardonable sin today, and that is cooking porridge inside my titanium pot, which is why I brought this along today. But I feel like a bit of porridge, and that should cook up a treat. Let's turn this on. There we go, and on you go, buddy. Now this won't take very long at all. And that is a nice hearty breakfast full of raisin, dates and paprika seeds. It's great, mate. Yeah, I'm really enjoying just taking these little gas stoves with me whenever I go for a ride. You can literally just stop anywhere, just make up a cup of tea, and in my instance today, a cup of breakfast. And when you finish your porridge, you all know how much of a pain in the butt it is to clean that stuff out, but it's really easy. Tip in some water, and we want to heat it up. Oh, luckily we got a stove here, right? Just heat up your water, and when it's hot, basically you just scrape it around a little, and that's where this comes into it, because I want to make my cup of hot joe with this. And there we go. That is right to go for my cup of joe. Alright, for my coffee, I've got my milk powder. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me on this bike ride. I hope you enjoyed the east-west cycle route here in Logan City. First time I've ridden the entire length of it. I hope I showcased it enough to give it a little bit of Logan glory. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. Catch you on the next one.